Julie is a single mother with a serious health scare. Doctors have warned her that she needs to change her lifestyle, lose weight, exercise more, eat healthier, or face dangerous consequences. She knows they're right, but the challenge seems so huge that she feels completely frozen. Every time Julie thinks about all the drastic changes she'd have to make, she gets overwhelmed and ends up doing nothing at all. Overwhelm has paralyzed her, and she's losing hope that she can turn things around. At her next appointment, however, one doctor gives Julie a surprising prescription. He asks her to march in place for just 1 minute each night. That's it. 60 seconds of moving in her living room. Julie almost laughs. How could 1 minute possibly make a difference? But at the same time, 1 minute doesn't feel scary. So she decides to give it a try. That night, she does her 1 minute of marching. When she stops, she feels something unexpected, a small spark of pride. It was such a tiny goal, but she accomplished it. Encouraged by that feeling, Julie does it again the next night, and the next. Within a couple of weeks, 1 minute turns into 2 minutes, then 5. A few months later, Julie is exercising 30 minutes most days and has started eating healthier too. She's lost some weight and gained a lot of confidence. The paralysis that once held her down has disappeared. Julie learned firsthand that even the smallest actions, done consistently, can pull you out of overwhelm and push you forward.
Most of us have felt this kind of paralysis when we're overwhelmed. Maybe you have a project so big you don't know where to start, or a dream that feels out of reach. When the goal or problem seems enormous, our brains often respond by shutting down. It's easier to avoid the issue than to face the mountain. But as Julie's story shows, there is a way to break free from that freeze. Small wins trigger dopamine and build momentum. After that first 1 minute workout, Julie's brain got a taste of victory. That little rush of pride wasn't in her head. It was a dose of dopamine, training her brain to crave more success. One win led to another. This is how momentum is built, step by step. Once you get moving, it's easier to stay moving. A body at rest tends to stay at rest, but a body in motion tends to stay in motion. Each small win is proof to yourself that you can do it, and that builds confidence to take on the next task. Think of it like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's tiny, but as it keeps rolling, it picks up more snow and gets larger and faster. Small wins work the same way. They compound. Today's tiny victory makes tomorrow's slightly bigger victory a little easier. You replace the fear of failure with a growing expectation of success. Even being 1% better every day can compound into tremendous improvement over time. The changes might feel slow at first, but they are steady and real. Simple micro habits for daily wins. So what do small wins look like in practice? They can be incredibly simple everyday actions that give you a quick sense of accomplishment. Here are a few examples. Make your bed each morning. It's a quick task that gives you an accomplishment within minutes of waking. Admiral McRaven put it best: if you want to change the world, start by making your bed. That small act instills discipline and sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. Do a 2-minute workout. When a full gym session feels daunting, just promise yourself 2 minutes of movement. It's so short you can't make an excuse to skip it. You'll get your blood flowing and earn the satisfaction of doing what you set out to do, even if it's brief. Do 1 push-up. Yes, just 1. It sounds trivial, but by doing it, you've beaten the urge to do nothing. Once you're on the floor, you might even do a few more. But even if you stop at 1, you kept your promise to yourself. That's a win. These little habits won't change your life in a day, but they get you moving. Each small action builds on the last, creating a foundation for bigger changes over time. Anchor habits, celebrate progress, track wins. Knowing about small wins is one thing, consistently practicing them is another. Here's a simple framework to make sure you harness the power of small wins every day. Anchor your habit. Tie your new tiny habit to something you already do regularly. Use an existing routine as a cue. For example, after you brush your teeth, do your 1 minute of exercise. Or, when you make your morning coffee, use those 2 minutes to stretch. Anchoring your habit to an established cue makes it much easier to remember. Celebrate your progress. Every time you score a small win, give yourself a mini reward. Smile, say yes, or tick a check mark on a chart. It might feel silly, but that little celebration releases dopamine and makes you feel good, training your brain to want to repeat the habit. Track your wins. Keep a visible record of your progress. Mark an X on a calendar each day you complete your tiny habit. Soon you'll see a chain of X's, a streak. That visual proof of consistency will motivate you to keep going and not break the chain. Following these 3 steps creates a positive loop that keeps you going, even when things get tough. In the end, what pulled Julie out of overwhelm wasn't a giant leap at all. It was the series of little steps she took consistently. We all wish for quick fixes, but real, lasting change is usually a slow build, and that's okay. Progress is progress, no matter how small. This approach works for any goal, in any area of life. Whether you want to get fit, learn a new skill, or advance your career, the formula is the same. Break it down into tiny steps and start with 1 win. These mini victories are truly powerful. They're how you go from overwhelmed to unstoppable. So start now. Choose 1 tiny win and do it today, then do it again tomorrow. Big change is small wins done daily. If you're stuck in stress, maybe it's time to shrink your goals. Click on this next video to learn. Turn anxiety into your superpower.